In this video, we are going to talk about why most people never save enough, what is really stopping them, and how to start changing that pattern. Let's get into it. 1. They save only what is left over. One of the biggest reasons people never save enough is that they treat saving like an afterthought. They spend first, then hope something is left at the end of the month, but in most cases, nothing is left. This method almost always fails because spending naturally expands to use available money. If you wait until the end to save, the money has already been absorbed by bills, food, entertainment, and random purchases. Saving needs to happen first, not last. Even a small automatic transfer can make a big difference over time. The habit matters more than the amount at the beginning. 2. Their lifestyle grows too quickly. Another reason people never save enough is lifestyle inflation. As soon as income increases, spending increases too. A better paycheck turns into better clothes, more food delivery, more subscriptions, more convenience, and a higher standard of living. At first, it feels like progress, but if spending rises at the same pace as income, savings never really grow. A lot of people think they need a much bigger salary to save more. Sometimes the real issue is that their lifestyle keeps catching up to their income too fast. To save more, income has to grow faster than spending. That gap is what creates financial progress. 3. They do not know where their money goes. A lot of people say they cannot save enough, but they have never actually tracked where their money is going. Without awareness, it is easy to underestimate small spending and overestimate how much is left. Coffee, snacks, shopping, subscriptions, convenience fees, delivery, entertainment, and impulse buys can quietly take a big part of the paycheck without feeling obvious in the moment. When you do not know where your money is going, saving becomes guesswork. The solution is simple: track your spending for a while. Once you see the real patterns, it becomes much easier to find money that was being wasted. 4. They think saving has to be huge to matter. Some people do not save much because they believe small amounts are pointless. They think, what difference does $20 or $50 make? So they wait until they can save a larger amount, and in the meantime, they save nothing. That mindset slows progress. Saving is not only about the amount, it is about building the habit. A small amount saved consistently can grow into something meaningful. More importantly, it trains your brain to keep part of your money instead of spending all of it. A little saving is always better than no saving at all. 5. They spend to feel better. A lot of money disappears because people use spending as comfort. They buy things when they feel stressed, bored, tired, lonely, or frustrated. In the moment, it feels harmless, it even feels deserved. But emotional spending makes saving harder because money keeps getting redirected toward short-term relief instead of long-term stability. This is one of the hardest habits to notice because it feels normal. You do not always realize you are spending emotionally until the money is already gone. The fix is to pause before you buy. Ask yourself whether the purchase is solving a real problem or just giving you a temporary feeling. 6. They have too many recurring expenses. Recurring expenses can quietly make saving almost impossible. Subscriptions, memberships, app payments, automatic renewals, and other monthly charges often slip under the radar because they are easy to forget. Each one may seem small, but together they can consume more money than expected. A lot of people believe they do not have room to save, but when they review recurring charges, they discover money leaking out every month on things they barely use. That is why reviewing regular expenses is so important. Cancel what you do not need. Keep only what adds real value. 7. They compare themselves to other people. Comparison makes saving harder because it changes what people think is normal. Social media and other people's lifestyles can create pressure to spend more, upgrade more, and keep up appearances. When you compare your life to someone else's highlight reel, your own progress starts to feel too small. That feeling can lead to overspending. People buy things they do not need just to feel like they are not falling behind. The truth is, comparison is expensive. Most people are not showing their full financial reality. Some of the people who look successful are carrying debt or stress behind the scenes. Saving gets easier when you stop measuring your life by someone else's choices. 8. They do not have a clear goal. Saving money is much easier when you know why you are doing it. Without a goal, saving feels vague and unmotivating. Money gets spent because it has no purpose attached to it. A clear goal changes that. Maybe the goal is an emergency fund. Maybe it is moving out of debt. Maybe it is building a cushion so you can breathe. Maybe it is simply having more control over your life. When money has a purpose, it becomes easier to protect. A goal gives your savings meaning. 9. They wait for the perfect time. A lot of people say they will start saving when things get easier, when income goes up, when bills go down, when the next month is better, when life becomes less stressful, but the perfect time usually never comes. That is one of the biggest reasons people never save enough. They keep postponing the habit until circumstances feel more comfortable. The truth is, saving starts now with what you have. It may be small at first, but the habit can begin immediately. Waiting too long is one of the fastest ways to stay stuck. 10. They do not build a system. The people who save consistently usually do not rely on motivation alone. They use a system. They automate transfers. They separate savings from spending. They track their money regularly. They make saving part of the process instead of a random decision. That is why saving works better when it becomes automatic. If you leave saving up to willpower, it will be easy to skip. If you build a system, saving becomes much more consistent. A system protects you from bad days, emotional spending, and forgetfulness. Most people never save enough because they are trying to save only after everything else is already taken care of. By then, the money is usually gone. The problem is not always income alone. It is often habits, lifestyle inflation, emotional spending, lack of tracking, and no clear system for saving. The good news is that all of this can be changed. You do not need a perfect income to start saving more. You need a better structure, a clearer goal, and a system that protects your money before it disappears. If saving has always felt hard, do not assume that means you are bad with money. It may simply mean your current habits make saving too difficult. Start small. Save first, track your spending, build a system, and let consistency do the work over time.